Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm inviting you into my kitchen for one of my favorite things to make, homemade bread. There's nothing quite like the smell of fresh bread baking, and I can't wait to share the process with you. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned baker, I hope this video inspires you to roll up your sleeves and enjoy the simple joy of bread making. So let's get started. You will need 1 tablespoon of yeast, 1 cup of bread flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and 3 cups of whole wheat flour. You will also need 2 cups of warm water, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, a 1/4 cup of oil, and 2 cups of chopped walnuts. Now, I always use the kosher salt for baking or cooking is my favorite. And in this case, we use also the white vinegar. We will also use a tablespoon of sugar. And I have this lavender sugar that in this case, I'm going to use it for the bread. You can find these lavender leaves in any Asian supermarket. And the sugar I'm using today is an organic cane sugar. Now we're going to use also a Tupperware with a lid. In this case, this is what I'm going to need. And also this utensil, I got it in Temu. It's very useful for making bread. However, you can still use your machine, your bread machine if you like. Anyway, we're going to start with the warm water, the tablespoon of sugar, and the tablespoon of yeast. We're going to mix it very well. And we're going to let it rest for approximately 5 minutes. Once it's rested, you will see the bubbles. We're going to start adding the flour. As I mentioned before, we're going to use 1 cup of bread flour, pizza flour, and a cup of all-purpose flour, 3 cups of whole wheat. This is a whole wheat bread. Once again, if you don't have whole wheat flour or bread flour, use the all-purpose flour. At the end, you will have homemade bread anyways. We're going to add a 1/4 of oil. In this case, I like the sunflower oil. And you can use whatever you have handy. It can be peanut oil, of course, not soy oil, for instance, or any of those seeds that is not healthy. You mix everything very well, and you're going to let it rest for 60 minutes. In the meantime, you can start pounding your chopped walnuts in case they are not chopped. In my case, they were whole walnuts, so I chopped them with a rolling pin. After 1 hour, you can see the bread raised, proof very well. By the way, I was also preparing a cherries preserve. And it's very simple. You need just the cherries without the pit. I de-pitted myself. And sugar and a lemon, half a lemon juice. And you're going to let it cook very slowly. Now, let's go back to our bread. I use some flour, and you can use either flour, the all-purpose. In this case, I was using the whole wheat because everything is whole wheat. So with the rolling pin, you're going to stand the dough, as you can see, and add all the walnuts that you chopped previously. Now we're going to start rolling the dough, and this is what we're going to end up with, a big loaf. We're going to cut it in 2 because it's pretty big. So like this, we're going to create 2 different loaves. Okay? Now, we have our tray, our pan already oiled. Also, I used sunflower oil. It's up to you if you want to give these cuts with your scissors or with this another utensil I got in Temu. It's a razor that you cut in the middle. Right after that, you're going to let it rest for 45 minutes. And after the 45 minutes, we turn on the oven on 350. I believe Australia, Europe might be 180 centigrades. As you can see, it proved very nicely. We're going to add some sesame seeds. I have a tuxedo mix of white and black sesame seeds, but it's up to you. There goes in the oven. It's going to be 35 minutes in the oven. Oh, those are the preserves already done in a very slow burner. And this is the result of the bread after 35 minutes. As you can see, are different because it was a different cut in each bread. They smell delightful. And by the way, I also spray a little bit of cold water inside the oven just 5 minutes before taking out the bread. Once out of the oven, I let it rest for another 10-15 minutes, and it's ready for your butter and preserves or for anything you like it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Take care and goodbye.